Hi everyone, Stephanie aka French Nygma for Last Word on Sports Pro Wrestling and Worldwide Wrestling. It's a very hot night in France. I can't tell you how hot it is, but it's a fantastic night because I am with the writers, Vincent and Dutch. Hello guys, how are you?
Good. How
I'm
are
good. How
you?
are you?
It's fantastic to have you both. It's
Th- Thanks for having
really,
us.
I'm always have a kind of wish list of people I wish I can talk to. And when I was asked, I was like, yes. So yes.
Great. Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate
No,
it.
Yeah.
it's really, really, it's my pleasure because I'm just a little French girl and no, not girl, lady. But I mean, it's so cool when I can talk to any people from TNA Wrestling. So we are going to talk about you, about the coming matches and what's next, of course.
Okay.
If you want, obviously.
Of course.
Next week we're going to have a Wicked Garden match,
Yes, we
Oh
are.
yeah.
something we have never experienced before.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know what it's going to be about, and I'm not sure you're going to tell me what it's going to be about.
Well, we won't tell you everything, but we can tell you that the Wicked Garden is something that's new. It's never been done before. It's the first time ever in the industry of wrestling. Um, but it's going to be violent. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a great presentation to look at. So it's exciting. It's exciting to go into next week on TNA Impact with the first ever Wicked Garden match. So I hope that everybody tunes in for it because it is definitely something special and something new. And it's very righteous style match. So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if
great.
the Hardys have been, wrestling for, close to 40 years now, and you'd think at their point in their career they had done it all, which, you know,
They fought. They have
you
done it
think that
all.
they might have, but this is the first time they've done anything like this before. The Wicked Garden match. It's
I
something
just
that
can't wait.
they've never
Just can't.
experienced. Nobody's ever experienced. And I think you guys are going to be in for a nice violent treat when it airs
Yeah.
next week.
It's new to the Hardys. It's new to us. It's new to TNA wrestling. It's new to wrestling in general. So it's going to be
Oh,
a great
but
thing to witness.
it's TNA Wrestling. It's the land where everything can happen. That's what I like.
Sure,
Absolutely.
The company.
sure.
So for me, it's not like I wrote something about that to say that the Wicked Garden is coming in a kind of history of new. There was the Monster Balls and the Barbed Wire Massacre,
Correct.
etc. There was always a sense of innovation in TNA
Mhm.
Right,
Wrestling.
right.
But would you say it will be the end of the story with the artist? Because it's been nearly 6 months since you arrived at Final Resolution. You
Yep,
immediately targeted the artist and you partnered, you teamed up with them, you
correct.
wrestled against them. I would say more or less since your debut, they have been your opponents or your partner most of the time.
Right.
Why? Why the artists?
I said this actually in a previous interview too. The Hardys were a big inspiration to us when we were, young wrestling fans, growing up. Just like I think they were for many people that are in the industry, right? They were a huge influence for many people. And they're the greatest tag team of all time, one of the greatest to ever do it. So for anybody, I think they would be the target, for anybody coming in, right? Everybody would want the Hardys, the top act of the company. So, but with that being said, with all, like I said before, with the inspiration that they had on us, the influence they had on us, especially myself, um, they were the best ones to target first because I feel like for me especially, it's a full circle moment for me growing up. It's almost like one of those goals that you want to reach in a sense. And the way it's been going over the course of the months, like you said, we've tagged. We've brought out Broken Matt once again. Um,
We
we unex-
know.
we unexpectedly invited Willow, which wasn't supposed to happen, but we got Brother Nero. So it's just the righteous right now is the catalyst to bringing out all the different versions of the Hardys and whatever they have to offer, whether it's the violent side of the Hardys, which you saw at Genesis. We made them angry enough to give us the best they had in that tag title match and then sacrificed ourselves for them in that match so they could stay the TNA World Tag Team Champions. Um, because for us, it was beyond that. And like I said, me and Dutch, our goal is to become TNA World Tag Team Champions, which would be the first time myself and Dutch ever held a tag team goal together. But for now, the focus is the Hardys. And our goal is to have them reach something that's beyond Broken Matt Hardy, that's beyond Brother Nero, but I feel that we need them in order for the rest to happen after. And who knows where it could lead to. After the Wicked Garden match, we'll see what we get out of them after that and where it goes. Maybe it's the Broken Universe, and we'll see what kind of, version of the Hardys we get after all this. But
Uh,
That's if they survive the Wicked Garden next week.
yeah, yeah. We don't know. We'll see next week.
all of
Oh,
And
yes,
us.
we will.
but it's been something. Uh, your attitude and the way you help them, the way you then attack them. It was at the same time mysterious and surprising. I just adore that. When there's some mystery, I like that. Hey, I'm the French Nygma after all. Um, I just love that. And
Thank
um,
you.
the character, how would you describe? Because I have my idea of, I'm not going to say it. But uh, well, how would you define the writers? Who is Vincent? Who is Dutch? What? I mean, what is the essence of who you are as characters? Because that's so mysterious and mystique and everything. Well, I love that. Let's
Bill?
go. We can.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'll let you
Uh,
answer.
yeah, I think, the righteous is something that evolved over time, right? And it's like we're very big fans of music, horror movies, documentaries. Like, so I'm a big fan of art and painting, so I think like that's like where the a lot of the aesthetic comes from, like the vision of that artistic vision that we kind of have for our entrance, say. Um, and it's and even the aesthetic to it. It's very 60s, 70s like aesthetic and feel to it. Um, so it's kind of like, for me, I'm more, I guess, the mellow one of the two. Like I'm more of a kind of flowy of the two of us. But that's
The
kind of how I,
hippie, kind of hippie one.
yeah, yeah. So I'm more of a flowy, kind of laid back, kind of person in general. So I think it's just all the inspirations from music and movies and everything that we've always liked and art and kind of whatever it is, cinema, and it's just like versions of everything pulled. But now I think we've done so much trial and error with what we have created that I think now it's become kind of like just it is who we are. It's just it's a part of who we are. And
Absolutely.
I think we're the most comfortable right now than probably we ever been in a long time. So where it's evolved and what this story that we've been doing has given it, I think, kind of has leveled us up a little bit more within what we have already had as a base. I think it's kind of growing, it's evolving, and it's going to continue to evolve, you know, but certain things along the way causes that to evolve. Um,
Dutch, if you want to add something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so like Vinny touched base with, we're huge fans of horror movies, and I love metal music. I love music in general, any type of music. I'm always listening to lyrics, and I listen to them as if, you know, not just listening but feeling them as well. So I do take a lot of different types of lyrics that I kind of listen to and I see, but I try to feel it and I try to incorporate that into my character as well. And obviously with horror movies and stuff, you know, I take bits and pieces out of. I watch so many things. I have thousands of movies that nobody's even ever heard of before. Where I'll watch things and take little things here and there. But I always refer to myself and Vincent as the Serpent and the Rainbow, which is a movie by Wes Craven back in the late '80s, early '90s. And I feel like the name, the Serpent and the Rainbow, kind of describes us exactly who Vincent and Dutch are. You know, Vincent's the more flowy, flowery, vibrant, whereas I'm, you know, kind of lurking back in the scenes and making sure everything is well kept and making sure everything is in order and doesn't get taken out of order.
Oh, my sister was a huge fan of horror movies, but you know, the bloody ones, the really disgusting ones. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
big memory for me. When I was thinking about inspirations for you, I'm going to tell you how I was thinking. I was thinking about Jimi Hendrix, EP things,
I could see that.
and maybe people like Charles Manson, or you know, this kind of gurus in sects. We say
Yeah.
sect,
Uh,
sectarian movements, you know. And I was feeling that. That's my feeling as I'm
sure.
doing it. It's very
Sure.
this kind of.
And I
That
think,
wasn't too. Go go
that's
go.
what, and I think that's what the like our aesthetic kind of like gives that vibe, you know, that psychedelic 60s, 70s, like Daisy Flowers, like, you know, it's just something that, you know, I've always just took interest in the aesthetic of that during that time in the 60s and the 70s. I just thought this, you know, the aesthetic of all that, and like even the way film looks from
Oh,
that
that's
time,
awesome.
like,
Awesome.
yeah,
Mhm.
so it's like a lot of that stuff is just like the vision and the artistic vibe that it kind of gives off. I was always like a fan of. So yeah, but that's a um, I'd say that's a good vision. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another thing I like to touch base on too. Again, going with movies, 1977 Suspiria by Dario Argento.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like
I
that
saw it. I
is,
watched it.
oh, it's great, but I feel like
I
that is the righteous in a nutshell. It's one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen, but it's also one of the most terrifying movies I've ever seen.
yeah.
And Dario Argento does such a fantastic job
Oh yeah.
blending the two. You're watching a beautiful disaster essentially in front of you, and yeah, again, Suspiria is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I
Yeah,
love it
yeah, yeah.
because it's terrifying but also beautiful at the same time. There's a lot
Yeah.
of French
No.
horror too. That's pretty awesome. Pretty
Yeah.
extreme too. Really, really extreme in the French movie district there.
You bet. We know how to do it too. Which you exactly. We go next to the. Do you feel like Impact TNA Impact Wrestling is the right place for you to be exactly the person you want to be. I mean, Dutch and Vincent, the writers, uh, that you can be exactly who you want to be.
I
Absolutely.
think 100%, 100%, and not only that, it's like the locker room's fantastic. Oh, the staff, the production, the everybody that is, it's one big team, and everybody wants everybody to do their best and be them and try to excel to their full potential. And I think for us, even just our entrance, there's so much time put into our entrance from everybody, which is greatly appreciated. I mean, all the way down to preparing for the Wicked Garden that takes place next week on Impact. All the work that went into that from everybody at TNA. It's just, but I 100% say yes. Where we are right now is the best we've ever been. And I think it's going to continue to grow for me and Dutch and the Righteous as a whole. But I 100% yes. I feel like we found, our groove with this in recent time. So I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here.
Fantastic. Dutch,
I mean, Vincent hit the nail on the head right there. Impact is the number one place for us. They've been very forgiving with our creative ideas and letting us just kind of go with the flow. And we're really able to show what the righteous is capable of doing. And this opportunity has been phenomenal so far. And it's only going to get better from here.
and it's a fantastic place to write about. I've been doing this for 10 years, so this is my home, this is my family. Really, Vincent, you were a part of TNA with the Time of Honor no more, so you already
Yes,
knew where you were coming. I have just a time for one last question. I wish I could do more, but
that's okay. Hey,
that's
we're
it.
here though. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Simon said so. There's a lot of things coming up. TNA Slammiversary,
Yep.
June 28th.
TNA Slammiversary
28th,
will be June 28th in
June
Boston at the Agnes
28th.
Arena.
Then there will be TNA Lockdown, which is a big period in the history, in this history of the company. Um, what are your plans now with all these events coming and all these shows? Because I'm saying it every week, TNA on AMC is fantastic to watch.
Yes.
Better than Addis have ever been before. I'm just in awe. So, what's next? What's next? What can we expect from you after maybe for Slammiversary, for lockdown, for everything that will come
Well,
with time, of course.
for starters, we got to get by the Wicked Garden next week. So that's what we're preparing for mostly. So I hope everybody checks that out. Tune in on TNA Impact at 9 on Thursday next week because it's the Wicked Garden first ever. And then we head to Denver on the 6th and 7th of June.
6, 7, of
Um,
course.
Yep. So Denver, I don't know what Denver is going to bring because we got to see
Well,
what
we'll be able to
happens.
witness the fallout from the Wicked Garden.
Yep.
We'll see how we feel. We'll see if we even make it there.
And then,
Oh,
Slammiversary, which is one of the TNA's biggest shows ever, and I think it's going to be huge in Boston and at the Agnes Arena. But I did see that we don't know the plans for the Righteous for Slammiversary, but I did see, depending on what goes on with the Hardys, that there is a ladder match that'll take place at Slammiversary. So it's the one match that we haven't had with the Hardys. So who knows what that could be? But we don't know exactly. But It's exciting. It's going to be exciting for the next couple of weeks between the Wicked Garden, then going to the Denver for the 6th and 7th, and then heading into Slammiversary. So I think Denver will be, in my opinion, I'd assume a big set of shows that set up for Slammiversary for a lot of people. So we'll have to see what happens there too.
Great. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Dutch
it's
wanna have some.
exciting.
Oh yeah, I love that. Dutch wanna
Yes,
have something. Please go.
Slammiversary, Boston, June 28th. Means a lot to us because that area in Boston is where we both kind of started our careers.
Oh,
And being
very
able
fun.
to perform in the Agnes Arena is kind of like a good full circle moment for the two of us. So we're both looking very forward to Slammiversary.
It's good. So great. So great. Uh, I'm sorry we didn't have more time, but I want to thank you so much for this moment. I
Thank you
feel
very
so
much.
Thank you.
spiritually connected to you both.
Oh,
So
great.
thank you very much, and
Thank you.
wish you the best for what's
Thank you
next.
very much.
Thank
And
you.
like we say here, we say thank you. We don't say thank you, we say merci. So,
Merci.
merci beaucoup.